The average American is paying for 12 subscriptions right now. And here's the part that should actually scare you. When researchers asked people to guess how many they had, they were off by more than double. Most people think they're paying for 4 or 5. That gap between what you think you're spending and what you're actually spending isn't an accident. It's not a coincidence. It's the entire business model. Somewhere between Netflix and your gym membership and that app you downloaded once for a free trial, an entire industry figured out something terrifying. The easiest way to make money isn't to sell you something once, it's to make you forget you're paying for it at all. By the end of this video, you're going to check your bank statement, and I promise you, you're going to find something on there you completely forgot existed.
And the company that perfected this trick isn't who you think it is either.
Subscriptions used to mean two things, your cable bill and maybe a magazine. That was basically it. Then, somewhere in the 2010s, tech companies realized something. A one-time purchase is a single transaction. A subscription is a relationship, one where the company gets paid every single month, whether you use the product or not. So they rebuilt everything around it. Software you used to buy once now rents itself to you forever. Your car might charge you monthly for heated seats. Even razors, actual physical razors, now show up in a box you didn't ask for on a schedule you forgot you agreed to. By 2025, the average household subscription spend crossed $1,000 a year, and that's a conservative estimate because most people genuinely don't know their real number. This isn't about convenience anymore. It's about building a system where canceling requires more effort than staying.
Here's the mechanism, and it's genuinely clever. Behavioral economists call it the pain of paying. When you hand over cash or even swipe a card for a big purchase, your brain registers a small jolt of loss. That jolt is what makes you think twice. A subscription removes that jolt almost completely. $9.99 doesn't feel like money. It feels like nothing. And because it's automatic, you never even get the moment where your brain would normally ask, "Wait, do I still want this?" Multiply that by 12 different subscriptions, each individually too small to notice, and you've built something almost invisible. Real money leaving your account every single month that your brain has been trained to stop flagging as a loss. And it gets worse, because the same companies that make it effortless to sign up have spent years, and in some cases actual lawsuits, making sure canceling is anything but effortless.
This is where it stops being clever marketing and starts being something closer to a trap. It's called dark patterns in the industry, designed specifically to make canceling harder than subscribing. Amazon Prime is the textbook case. In 2023, the FTC actually sued Amazon over this, alleging their cancellation process required customers to click through 4 separate pages and multiple "Are you sure?" prompts. Internally, the process was reportedly nicknamed Iliad after the epic poem because it was designed to be a long, painful journey. And Amazon isn't unique. Gym memberships have run this playbook for decades. Sign up online in 30 seconds, but to cancel, you have to call during business hours or show up in person or mail an actual letter. Some subscription services quietly convert your free trial into a full paid plan the moment you forget to cancel and don't send a single email warning you it's about to charge. A 2024 Consumer Reports survey found that 72% of Americans have accidentally kept paying for a subscription they meant to cancel, at an average loss of over $200 per person. That's not user error. That's the product working exactly as designed. So who's actually cashing in on all these forgotten charges? The names might surprise you, because it's not just the obvious subscription companies.
Let's start with the business model itself. Wall Street has a term for subscription revenue, recurring revenue, and investors love it so much that companies get valued higher just for switching to a subscription model, even if they're selling the exact same product. Adobe is the clearest example. They used to sell Photoshop as a one-time purchase for around $700. In 2013, they killed that option entirely and forced everyone onto a subscription. Their stock price has gone up more than 1,300% since. Same software, completely different business. Then there's the app economy.
Mobile apps have leaned so hard into subscriptions that even flashlight apps and horoscope apps run $40 a year subscription models because a fraction of users forget to cancel, and that fraction alone can make the entire app profitable. And here's a name you wouldn't expect in this conversation: your bank. Many banks now offer subscription tracking features inside their own apps, helping you find and cancel subscriptions, which sounds helpful until you realize the same banks make money on overdraft fees when a subscription charge you forgot about bounces your account into the red. A 2025 study found the subscription economy as a whole is worth over $650 billion globally, and it's projected to keep growing, specifically because cancellation friction keeps churn rates artificially low. It's not that companies are evil for offering subscriptions. It's that an entire industry has converged on the same conclusion. The real profit isn't in the product, it's in the forgetting.
So if regulators already know about this, remember the FTC lawsuit against Amazon? Why hasn't it actually changed anything for most companies? In 2024, the FTC tried to pass a broader rule called click to cancel, which would have legally required every subscription company to make canceling exactly as easy as signing up. Simple idea, massive industry pushback. Subscription-based companies from streaming to software to gyms lobbied hard against it, and by 2025, the rule was struck down in court before it ever took full effect. The incentive problem here is almost identical to what we see across the whole economy. Friction equals profit. A subscription company that makes canceling effortless will, by definition, have a higher churn rate and lower revenue than one that doesn't. There's no version of this business model that's both consumer-friendly and maximally profitable at the same time. So until stronger regulation actually survives the lobbying, the dark patterns aren't going anywhere. They're not a bug in the system. They are the system.
So let's go back to where we started. 12 subscriptions you're probably paying for, a number you almost certainly underestimated, and an entire deliberately engineered maze standing between you and getting your money back. This was never really about convenience. It's about building a system specifically designed to outlast your attention, one small enough charge at a time, spread across enough services that no single one of them ever feels worth the fight to cancel. The subscription economy isn't going anywhere. It's now worth more than $500 billion, and it's too profitable, too normalized, and too legally protected to disappear. The only real defense is doing the thing this entire industry is betting you won't do. Actually go check.
Go look at your bank statement right now. I'll wait. And this is the same exact playbook, making small, forgettable costs pile up into something massive that shows up in an even bigger part of your life, one you can't just cancel with a phone call. If you want to see how deep that one actually goes, that video's right here. I'll see you in the next one.